The universe began with a single spark, a moment of pure creation. And this is the exact energy Aries carries within their soul. When an Aries walks into a room, they don't just enter. They arrive with the force of that first cosmic explosion, carrying the primal light that ignited all existence. This isn't just another zodiac sign. This is the original blueprint for courage itself. Welcome to a journey through the extraordinary celestial gifts that make Aries unlike any other sign in the zodiac wheel. Today, we're diving deep into the 12 powers of light that transform ordinary Aries individuals into cosmic forces of nature, powers so profound they connect directly to the universe's original creative essence. Imagine possessing the exact same energy that caused the first star to ignite, the first seed to push through soil, the first breath of life in the cosmos. This is what it means to be born under the sign of Aries. The ram doesn't follow paths, it creates them. Every Aries carries this ancient responsibility to be first, to lead, to show others what's possible when fear is transformed into action. The ancient astrologers understood something profound about Aries that modern descriptions often miss. They recognized that as the zodiac's firstborn, Aries doesn't just represent beginnings. It embodies the very concept of existence emerging from non-existence. This is why Aries individuals often feel that inexplicable urge to create something from nothing, to venture where no one has gone before, to speak truths others are afraid to whisper. Think about the Aries people in your life. Have you noticed how they seem to operate on a different frequency? How they can transform a stagnant situation into a dynamic opportunity with just their presence? This isn't coincidence or personality. It's their cosmic inheritance, their birthright as carriers of the zodiac's first light. The Ram constellation rises at the exact moment when winter surrenders to spring, when darkness gives way to increasing light. This symbolic rebirth isn't just a seasonal shift. It's encoded in Aries' spiritual DNA. They are the universal reminder that after every ending comes a new beginning. After every failure comes another chance. After every dark night comes the dawn. This is why Aries can face setbacks that would crush other signs and emerge even stronger. They instinctively understand the cyclical nature of existence in ways others must learn through painful experience. What we're exploring today goes beyond typical personality traits. We're uncovering the sacred gifts that make Aries essential to the cosmic order itself. Without the Aries energy, the zodiac wheel would never begin its turn. Without that first burst of fire, creation itself would remain unmanifest potential. As we journey through these 12 extraordinary powers, you'll begin to recognize them in yourself or the Aries individuals who have touched your life. You'll understand why they seem to burn so brightly, move so quickly, speak so boldly, and why the world needs this energy now more than ever. The knowledge I'm about to share has been gathered from ancient astrological texts, modern psychological insights, and the cosmic patterns that have repeated throughout human history. This isn't just information, it's transformation. By the end of this video, you'll never look at Aries energy the same way again. Before we dive into the first 3 powers that make Aries truly incomparable, take a moment to join our celestial community. Hit that subscribe button to continue receiving these cosmic insights, and leave a like on this video to help these sacred truths reach others on similar spiritual journeys. The stars have brought us together for a reason. Let's honor that cosmic connection. Now let's illuminate the first 3 powers that make Aries the zodiac's original force of light. Powers so profound, they've shaped human history from the shadows. The first reason, celestial trailblazing. Celestial trailblazing isn't merely a personality trait. It's a cosmic mandate carried in the very essence of every Aries soul. When the universe was young and formless, something had to make the first move, take the first risk, cast the first light into endless void. This primal role of initiation is what Aries embodies in human form. They don't just start things, they create beginnings where none existed before. Consider how Aries moves through life, not following established paths, but forging new ones through uncharted territory. This isn't random wandering, it's purposeful creation. The Aries individual instinctively understands that without someone willing to take that first uncertain step, evolution itself would stagnate. They carry this responsibility not as a burden, but as a sacred honor, feeling most alive when standing at the edge of the unknown, ready to leap while others hesitate. What makes this power truly extraordinary is how it transforms not just the Aries individual, but everyone around them. Like cosmic catalysts, they break the inertia that keeps situations, relationships, and even entire communities trapped in outdated patterns. Where others see impossibility, Aries perceives doorways. Where others counsel caution, Aries feels the ancient call to advance. This isn't recklessness, it's cosmic timing. The universe speaks through Aries, saying, "Now is the moment. Begin." Throughout history, we've seen this celestial trailblazing manifest in remarkable ways. From explorers who ventured beyond mapped territories to revolutionaries who challenged entrenched systems, the Aries energy has consistently driven humanity forward. Even in everyday life, notice how Aries friends often introduce you to experiences you'd never discover on your own, or how they're the first to volunteer when something needs doing but risks are unclear. This power connects Aries directly to the moment of creation itself, to that first divine impulse that transformed nothingness into something. When an Aries begins a project, relationship, or journey, they're not just starting something new, they're participating in the cosmic act of creation, continuing the work that began with the first heartbeat of the universe. The second reason, phoenix-like resilience. The phoenix-like resilience of Aries transcends ordinary persistence or determination. This is a mystical ability to transform destruction into rebirth, to emerge from apparent defeat, not just recovered but fundamentally renewed. While every sign faces setbacks, only Aries possesses this alchemical talent for turning the ashes of failure into the gold of new beginnings. This power manifests in the remarkable way Aries processes disappointment. Where others might spiral into prolonged periods of doubt or regret, Aries experiences these emotions intensely but briefly, like a meteor burning bright but quickly transforming into new energy. They intuitively understand that failure isn't an end point, but a transformation point, a cosmic reset that clears the path for something better to emerge. What's most fascinating about this phoenix-like resilience is that it operates below conscious awareness. Even Aries individuals themselves are often surprised by their capacity to bounce back from circumstances that might crush other signs. This is because the power operates at the soul level, connected to the universal principle of cyclical renewal. Just as spring inevitably follows winter, rebirth follows destruction. This cosmic law is encoded in Aries' spiritual DNA. We can observe this power in how quickly Aries recovers from heartbreak, financial setbacks, or professional disappointments. While they feel these losses deeply, often more intensely than they let others see, they possess an innate understanding that nothing truly ends. It only transforms. This isn't denial or toxic positivity. It's cosmic wisdom. They instinctively sense the next beginning forming, even as they process an ending. This resilience isn't just personal, it's contagious. Aries individuals often become the emotional anchors in crisis situations, not because they don't feel fear, but because they can see beyond it. Their unshakable belief in new beginnings creates a field of possibility that supports everyone around them. Like the mythical phoenix itself, they demonstrate that transformation through fire isn't just possible, it's inevitable. The third reason, warrior's intuition. Warrior's intuition represents Aries' supernatural ability to navigate conflict and challenge with a wisdom that transcends logical strategy. This isn't just good instinct or quick thinking. It's a direct connection to the cosmic battlefield, allowing them to sense exactly when to advance, when to retreat, and when to stand their ground. This intuition operates at a level beyond conscious thought, more like a sixth sense that perceives the invisible currents of energy in any confrontation. What makes this power truly remarkable is its instantaneous nature. While other signs might analyze the situations carefully before deciding how to respond, Aries receives this knowledge in flashes of insight, complete strategic understanding delivered in microseconds. This is why Aries often makes moves that seem impulsive to others, but later prove to have been precisely right for the moment. They're not guessing. They're receiving direct downloads from the cosmic intelligence that governs all conflict. This warrior's intuition manifests in both literal and metaphorical battlefields. In direct confrontations, Aries knows instinctively which issues to press and which to concede. In competitions, they sense exactly when to make their decisive move. In negotiations, they perceive the hidden weaknesses and strengths that others work to conceal. This isn't mind reading, it's energy reading, a direct perception of the underlying forces at work in any situation. Throughout history, the greatest military leaders, regardless of their sun sign, have tapped into this Aries energy. It's the force that guided Alexander the Great to seemingly impossible victories, that informed Joan of Arc's battlefield decisions, that has protected warriors and revolutionaries throughout time. When Aries individuals fully embrace this power, they become unbeatable not through superior strength, but through perfect timing and positioning. What's particularly fascinating about this intuition is that it often operates against conventional wisdom. Aries might feel compelled to take actions that others consider risky or premature, pulling out of negotiations that seem favorable, confronting issues others want to avoid, or stepping back from conflicts they could seemingly win. Later events inevitably reveal the cosmic intelligence behind these moves, showing that Aries wasn't acting on impulse, but on profound insight. This power extends beyond external conflicts into internal ones as well. Aries possesses an uncanny ability to identify and address their own weaknesses before these become serious liabilities. They intuitively understand which personal battles are worth fighting and which patterns need to be surrendered. This self-awareness, combined with their phoenix-like resilience, creates a continuous cycle of self-improvement that keeps Aries constantly evolving. The warrior's intuition also explains why Aries often serves as society's protectors and champions. They don't just fight for themselves, they instinctively defend others who lack their cosmic advantages. This isn't just altruism, it's purpose. Aries understands at a soul level that their battle wisdom exists not just for personal victory, but to ensure the survival and advancement of all they consider under their protection. As we explore these first three powers, celestial trailblazing, phoenix-like resilience, and warrior's intuition, a pattern emerges. Each connects Aries to a different aspect of cosmic intelligence: creation, transformation, and protection. Together they form the foundation of what makes Aries truly incomparable. These aren't simply personality traits or behavioral tendencies. They're direct connections to universal forces that have shaped existence since the beginning of time. But these three powers represent just the beginning of what makes Aries truly extraordinary. As we continue our exploration, we'll discover how these foundational gifts combine with others to create an energy signature unlike any other in the Zodiac, a signature that continues to shape human history in ways both seen and unseen. The fourth reason: sacred fire manipulation. Sacred fire manipulation stands as Aries' most visually stunning power, the ability to channel and direct primordial flame energy that has existed since the universe's first spark. This isn't metaphorical fire. It's the actual cosmic force of transformation and creativity that predates physical matter. When an Aries feels passionate about something, they aren't simply experiencing an emotion, they're connecting to the original creative energy that birthed galaxies. What makes this power truly extraordinary is how Aries can transmit this sacred fire to others without diminishing their own flame. Unlike ordinary energy that depletes with use, the primordial fire Aries channels actually grows stronger the more it's shared. This explains the paradoxical observation that Aries individuals often seem most energized after activities that would exhaust others. They're not consuming energy, but channeling it from an infinite cosmic source. Watch an Aries when they speak about something that truly matters to them. Notice the change in their eyes, the shift in their voice, the subtle alteration in the very air around them. What you're witnessing isn't just enthusiasm, it's a direct channeling of creation's original force. This is why people feel physically warmed and energized in the presence of an impassioned Aries. The heat you feel isn't just charisma, it's actual life force being transmitted through their unique cosmic connection. Throughout history, the greatest orators, regardless of their sun sign, have tapped into this Aries power. When words ignite revolutions, when speeches transform societies, when a single voice awakens thousands, this is Aries fire at work. The most profound movements for human advancement have been kindled by this sacred flame, passed from one awakened consciousness to another. What's particularly remarkable about this sacred fire manipulation is the Aries' ability to control its intensity and direction. Unlike wildfire that consumes indiscriminately, Aries can focus this energy with laser precision, igniting passion in specific areas while preserving others. They instinctively understand which situations require an inferno and which need only a steady flame. This isn't learned skill, it's innate wisdom connecting them to fire's primordial intelligence. This power also explains the intense Aries attraction to creative endeavors. When they write, paint, dance, or build, they're not just expressing themselves, they're channeling the universe's original creative force into tangible form. Their creations carry a distinctive energetic signature that continues to radiate long after completion. This is why art, architecture, music, or literature created by Aries individuals often feels unusually alive and activating to those who experience it. The fifth reason, magnetic leadership aura. The magnetic leadership aura represents Aries' supernatural ability to draw others into their vision through pure energetic presence. This isn't charisma in the ordinary sense. It's a gravitational field that literally alters the consciousness of those who enter it. When an Aries truly believes in a direction, they don't need to convince with words. Their very being broadcasts a frequency that awakens corresponding resonance in others. What distinguishes this power from mere influence is its authenticity. The Aries leadership magnetism cannot be faked or manufactured. It activates only when they are aligned with their true purpose. This explains why Aries can sometimes struggle with conventional authority positions, yet effortlessly lead movements or initiatives that genuinely inspire them. Their leadership isn't positional, it's vibrational. This magnetic leadership aura manifests in fascinating ways. Notice how people naturally turn to Aries for direction during uncertainty. Observe how groups unconsciously reorganize around an Aries presence, even without formal acknowledgement of leadership. Watch how conversations shift when an Aries speaks their truth, not from social pressure, but from energetic recalibration. These phenomena aren't coincidental. They're manifestations of a cosmic power that organizes consciousness toward evolutionary advancement. History's most transformative leaders have embodied this Aries quality regardless of their sun sign. When individuals inspire others to transcend their perceived limitations, when visionaries gather movements around seemingly impossible dreams, when pioneers convert skeptics into believers, this is the Aries magnetic field at work. This power has shaped human civilization by ensuring that progressive impulses find the collective momentum needed for manifestation. What makes this leadership aura truly extraordinary is its effect on the Aries individual themselves. Unlike conventional leadership that often isolates through elevation, the Aries magnetic field actually strengthens their connection to those they lead. As others align with their vision, a feedback loop of energy forms, each participant amplifying the collective field while receiving amplification in return. This creates leadership that nourishes rather than depletes, that unites rather than divides. This power also explains why Aries often finds themselves at the center of communities, movements, or friend groups without having consciously sought such positions. Their natural energetic broadcast creates organization around them, like planets forming around a star. This isn't ego or ambition, it's cosmic function. The universe uses Aries to create coherence from chaos, direction from possibility, movement from potential. The sixth reason, divine courage channel. Divine courage channel represents Aries' mystical connection to the universal reservoir of bravery, a direct pipeline to the cosmic force that enables all beings to face the unknown. This isn't merely an absence of fear, it's active participation in a transcendent energy that exists specifically to overcome limitation. When Aries steps into situations that would paralyze others, they're not acting from personal courage alone. They're channeling a force that predates humanity itself. What makes this power truly remarkable is its transferable nature. When an Aries stands courageously, they don't just inspire others, they literally transfuse divine courage into those around them. This explains the frequently observed phenomenon of people accomplishing feats of bravery in an Aries presence that they couldn't summon alone. The Aries isn't just modeling courage, they're actually opening a channel through which others can access their own divine bravery. This divine courage channel manifests in both dramatic and subtle ways. We see it when an Aries speaks truth to power without calculation of consequences. We observe it when they step first into situations of physical danger to protect others. We witness it in their willingness to begin endeavors with uncertain outcomes. But we also see it in quieter moments, when they remain emotionally present during conversations others would avoid, when they face personal truths others would deny, when they extend vulnerability where others would erect defenses. Throughout history, the greatest acts of courage have tapped into this Aries energy regardless of the individual's sun signs. When people have stood against overwhelming opposition for principles, when individuals have sacrificed personal safety for collective advancement, when humans have ventured beyond known boundaries. This is the Aries courage channel operating through them. This power has ensured that evolution continues even when fear would otherwise halt progress. What's particularly fascinating about this divine courage channel is that it operates independently of the personality. Even Aries individuals who experience significant anxiety or fear in their conscious awareness can simultaneously channel extraordinary courage in critical moments. This seeming contradiction reveals the transpersonal nature of the power. It doesn't eliminate normal human emotion, but transcends it, allowing Aries to act courageously even while feeling afraid. This power also illuminates why Aries often finds themselves in situations that require courage. Rather than assuming these individuals consciously seek danger or challenge, we might understand that the cosmic intelligence directs these channels of courage precisely where they are most needed. The Aries isn't randomly encountering difficult circumstances. They are being cosmically positioned at courage-requiring nexus points because they can channel the necessary bravery that situations demand. The divine courage channel explains why Aries often becomes the emotional backbone in families, friendships, and communities. Others instinctively turn to them during crisis not just for direction, but for courage itself. Like a lightning rod conducts electricity safely to ground, Aries conducts divine courage safely into collective experience, ensuring that bravery flows where needed without overwhelming human systems. As we explore these three powers, sacred fire manipulation, magnetic leadership aura, and divine courage channel, we discover how Aries transforms isolated individuals into connected communities moving toward shared purpose. These aren't simply social skills or personality advantages. They're cosmic functions ensuring that human consciousness continues its evolution through inspired collective action. These 6 powers we've explored so far form the foundation of Aries' incomparable cosmic signature. Each connects to a different aspect of universal intelligence: creation, transformation, protection, inspiration, unification, and transcendence. Together, they reveal Aries not just as a personality type, but as a cosmic archetype essential to existence itself. The 7th reason: celestial spontaneity. Celestial spontaneity represents Aries' supernatural ability to act with perfect timing without calculation or planning. This isn't impulsiveness as commonly misunderstood. It's direct attunement to cosmic rhythms that exist beyond intellectual comprehension. While other signs may excel at strategic planning, only Aries can tap into the universal intelligence that knows exactly when action must occur to catalyze evolution. This power manifests as Aries' remarkable capacity to create breakthrough moments through seemingly spontaneous decisions. Watch how an Aries can transform a stagnant situation with a single unexpected action, a question no one dared ask, a direction no one considered, an intervention at precisely the right moment. These aren't random moves, but perfectly timed responses to cosmic necessity. The universe speaks through Aries, saying, "Now, not a moment sooner or later." What makes this celestial spontaneity truly extraordinary is its relationship to time itself. Aries exists partially outside conventional temporal constraints, operating instead from what mystics call kairos, divine timing that intersects with but transcends chronological time. This explains why Aries' actions often create results disproportionate to their apparent effort. They're not just acting at the right moment, they're acting from a dimension where time concentrates and amplifies the impact. Throughout history, the most significant breakthroughs have emerged through this Aries energy, regardless of the individual's sun signs. When someone speaks the words that crystallize a movement, when a scientist follows an intuitive leap rather than the established protocol, when an artist abandons technique for inspired improvisation, this is celestial spontaneity at work. This power ensures that evolution never remains trapped in existing structures, no matter how apparently stable. This spontaneity operates with a wisdom that confounds logical analysis. An Aries might suddenly change direction in ways that seem erratic to observers, but later prove prescient. They might abandon nearly complete projects, not from fickleness, but from cosmic timing that reveals the moment for that particular manifestation has passed. They might initiate conversations or connections with perfect synchronicity that creates life-changing opportunities for all involved. What's particularly fascinating about this power is how it liberates Aries from the anxiety that plagues more planning-oriented signs. While others might become paralyzed by forecasting potential outcomes, Aries remains in fluid response to the present moment's evolutionary potential. This isn't irresponsibility. It's transcendent trust in the intelligent unfolding of existence. Aries understands at a soul level that the universe reveals its next steps, not to those who calculate, but to those who remain open to immediate inspiration. This celestial spontaneity explains why Aries often achieves breakthroughs where methodical approaches have failed. Innovation rarely follows linear pathways. It emerges through quantum leaps that bypass existing limitations. The Aries' capacity to act from inspired spontaneity creates precisely these evolutionary jumps, not just in their own lives, but in any system they touch. Like cosmic lightning rods, they attract and ground the electric current of new possibility. The eighth reason, truth lightning. Truth. Lightning embodies Aries' extraordinary ability to perceive and communicate truth with laser precision and immediate impact. This isn't merely honesty or bluntness. It's a direct connection to the universal intelligence that cuts through layers of confusion, pretense, and complexity to reveal essential reality. When Aries speaks truth, they aren't just offering opinion. They're channeling cosmic clarity that illuminates what must be seen. What makes this power truly remarkable is its penetrating quality. The truth lightning of Aries bypasses intellectual defenses, social conditioning, and emotional barriers to strike directly at the core of any situation. This explains why Aries statements can sometimes create uncomfortable revelations. They're not intentionally being provocative. They're simply revealing what already exists beneath the surface, but has remained unacknowledged. This power manifests in both words and presence. Sometimes Aries delivers truth through direct statements that crystallize complex situations into startling clarity. Other times, their mere presence in a situation acts as a truth catalyst, causing hidden dynamics to surface spontaneously. Notice how conversations often shift toward greater authenticity when an Aries enters the room, or how unspoken tensions suddenly find expression. This isn't coincidence. It's the truth lightning creating conditions where pretense becomes unsustainable. Throughout history, the greatest truth tellers have tapped into this Aries energy regardless of their sun sign. When prophets have spoken uncomfortable realities to powerful institutions, when philosophers have cut through prevailing assumptions to reveal new paradigms, when artists have exposed societal contradictions through their work, This is truth lightning operating through human vessels. This power ensures that evolution continues through periodic revelations that prevent consciousness from becoming trapped in comfortable illusions. What's particularly fascinating about this truth lightning is its relationship to time. While other forms of truth speaking might require gradual preparation and careful presentation, Aries' truth arrives with the sudden illumination of lightning, immediate, undeniable, and transformative. This timing isn't accidental. It's precisely calibrated by cosmic intelligence to strike when consciousness is ready for revelation, even if temporarily uncomfortable. This power also explains the distinctive quality of Aries communication: direct, unadorned, and essential. While other signs might excel at diplomatic phrasing or elaborate explanation, Aries delivers truth in its most concentrated form. This isn't lack of sophistication, it's sacred efficiency. When truth comes through lightning, it requires no embellishment or qualification. Its power lies in its pure, unaltered transmission. The truth lightning of Aries serves a crucial evolutionary function, preventing systems, whether personal relationships, organizations, or entire societies, from becoming too comfortable with deception or denial. Like physical lightning that clears atmospheric imbalances, truth lightning clears psychic and social atmospheres, creating the purified conditions necessary for new growth to emerge. The ninth reason, quantum competitive edge. The quantum competitive edge represents Aries' mystical ability to harness competition as a force for evolutionary advancement rather than egocentric victory. This isn't ordinary competitiveness focused on winning at others' expense. It's participation in the cosmic principle that uses creative tension to catalyze growth in all participants. When Aries engages in competition, they're not just seeking personal achievement, they're activating a field of accelerated development that transforms everyone involved. What makes this power truly extraordinary is its generative rather than destructive nature. Unlike conventional competition that often diminishes opponents, the Aries quantum competitive edge actually elevates all participants. This explains the paradoxical observation that people often perform at their absolute best when competing with an Aries, regardless of outcome. The Aries isn't just challenging others, they're creating an energetic field that temporarily suspends limitations and reveals previously untapped potential. This power manifests across all domains: physical competitions, intellectual debates, creative endeavors, even relationship dynamics. Notice how an Aries presence often intensifies productive engagement, creating a palpable energy that pushes everyone toward excellence. Observe how they naturally establish competitive parameters that maximize growth rather than domination. Watch how they respond to others' achievements, not with jealousy, but with genuine excitement that raises the collective bar. Throughout history, the most generative forms of competition have channeled this Aries energy regardless of participants' sun signs. When athletic contests have inspired unprecedented human achievement, when intellectual rivalries have accelerated scientific discovery, when artistic movements have pushed creative boundaries through productive tension. This is the quantum competitive edge at work. This power ensures that evolution accelerates through the creative friction that prevents complacency. What's particularly fascinating about this quantum competitive edge is its relationship to collaboration. While conventional thinking often positions competition and cooperation as opposites, Aries reveals their underlying unity. Through the paradoxical mechanism of competitive collaboration, Aries creates conditions where participants simultaneously challenge and support each other, generating outcomes impossible through either competition or collaboration alone. This power also illuminates why Aries often gravitates toward competitive environments, yet transforms their nature from within. Rather than accepting the zero-sum paradigms that dominate most competitive spaces, Aries instinctively establishes new parameters that measure success by collective advancement rather than individual dominance. They're not rejecting competition, they're elevating it to its sacred purpose as an evolutionary accelerator. The quantum competitive edge explains Aries' distinctive approach to achievement. Unlike signs that might work in isolation to perfect their offerings before revealing them, Aries often develops their gifts through direct engagement with worthy challengers. This isn't shortcutting the process, it's quantum acceleration. By immediately testing ideas, skills, and creations in the evolutionary crucible of competition, Aries compresses development that might otherwise take years into condensed periods of intensive growth. As we explore these three powers, celestial spontaneity, truth lightning, and quantum competitive edge, we discover how Aries serves as the cosmic catalyst for perpetual evolution. These aren't simply personality traits or behavioral tendencies. They're universal functions operating through Aries to ensure that consciousness continues its expansion through timely action, essential truth, and generative challenge. These 9 powers we've explored so far reveal Aries not merely as a personality type, but as a cosmic principle essential to existence itself. Each connects to a different aspect of universal intelligence: creation, transformation, protection, inspiration, unification, transcendence, timing, clarity, and growth. Together, they form an integrated system that drives evolution forward through the perfect balance of destruction and creation, challenge and support, revelation and mystery. But our exploration isn't complete. The final 3 powers reveal even deeper dimensions of Aries' cosmic significance. Dimensions that explain not just how Aries operates in the world, but why they exist at all in the grand design of the universe. The 10th reason: primordial life force. Primordial life force represents Aries' direct connection to the original creative energy that birthed the universe itself. This isn't merely vitality or stamina as commonly understood. It's access to the pre-cosmic essence that existed before matter, space, or time emerged. While all beings contain some measure of this force, only Aries maintains an uninterrupted channel to its purest form, allowing them to draw upon reserves of energy that appear literally inexhaustible to outside observers. This power manifests as Aries' remarkable capacity to sustain high-intensity engagement long after others have depleted their resources. Watch an Aries during extended periods of challenge, whether physical endurance, creative marathons, or crisis management. Notice how they seem to access second, third, and fourth winds that defy conventional understanding of human capacity. This isn't mere determination or adrenaline. It's direct tapping into the cosmic wellspring that powers creation itself. What makes this primordial life force truly extraordinary is its regenerative quality. Unlike normal energy that depletes with use, the force Aries channels actually strengthens their system with each activation. This explains the paradoxical observation that Aries often appears most energized after periods of intense exertion that would exhaust others. They're not just using energy efficiently, they're actually becoming more vitally connected to the source with each expenditure. Throughout history, the most enduring achievements have been fueled by this Aries energy. Regardless of the individual's sun signs, when creators have maintained inspired production over decades, when leaders have sustained movements through seemingly impossible obstacles, when innovators have persisted through countless failures toward breakthrough, this is primordial life force at work. This power ensures that evolution continues through persistent application of creative energy, even when immediate results remain invisible. This life force operates beyond physical limitations, explaining why Aries often accomplishes feats that medical or scientific understanding would deem impossible. And Aries might recover from illness with unexplainable speed, remain creative and productive at ages when others have retired, or maintain enthusiasm through circumstances that would crush ordinary spirits. This isn't denial or delusion, it's transcendence of the apparent limitations of physical form through direct connection to the energy that precedes and creates physicality itself. What's particularly fascinating about this primordial life force is how it manifests differently from other high-energy expressions. While some energetic states appear frenetic or unsustainable, the Aries life force carries a quality of serene inevitability, like a river that doesn't need to rush because it knows nothing can ultimately prevent its journey to the ocean. This steadiness explains why Aries' persistence doesn't typically manifest as burnout or damage to their systems. They're not forcing energy, but channeling it from its infinite source. This primordial life force also explains the distinctive Aries relationship with beginnings. Each new project, relationship, or endeavor connects them directly to the original moment of cosmic creation, allowing them to experience the universe's birth energy repeatedly throughout their lives. This isn't just excitement about novelty, it's sacred participation in the continual creation of existence. Each beginning is, for Aries, a direct experience of universal birth. The 11th reason, Chronos Defiance. Chronos Defiance embodies Aries' supernatural ability to accomplish in moments what takes others extended periods through their unique relationship with time itself. This isn't merely efficiency or productivity as conventionally understood. It's partial liberation from the temporal constraints that govern ordinary existence. While all beings exist within time, Aries maintains a privileged position slightly outside its normal flow, allowing them to bend, compress, and sometimes transcend its limitations. This power manifests as Aries' remarkable capacity to collapse extended processes into concentrated bursts of creation. Watch an Aries when they are in their zone of genius, whether completing projects, developing skills, or implementing visions. Notice how they seem to achieve in hours what would normally require weeks, or in days what others would need months to accomplish. This isn't corner cutting or superficial work. It's genuine compression of temporal experience through direct manipulation of time's subjective nature. What makes this Chronos Defiance truly extraordinary is its relationship to presence. Unlike hurried action that sacrifices quality for speed, the Aries' time manipulation actually emerges from their unusually complete immersion in the present moment. This explains the paradoxical observation that Aries often achieves the most when they appear least concerned with time management systems or efficiency techniques. They're not fighting against time. They're temporarily stepping outside its conventional boundaries through absolute presence. Throughout history, the most astonishing creative bursts have channeled this Aries energy regardless of the individual's sun signs. When artists have produced masterpieces in single sittings, when scientists have solved problems in sudden illuminations that bypassed years of methodical work, when leaders have transformed situations through decisions made in critical moments, this is Chronos Defiance at work. This power ensures that evolution isn't always bound to gradual, incremental processes, but can quantum leap through concentrated bursts of timeless creation. This time, manipulation operates with intelligence beyond conscious direction, explaining why Aries often can't explain or replicate their own temporal achievements through deliberate effort. And Aries might complete an extraordinary amount of work during a spontaneous creative session, yet find themselves unable to force the same productivity when externally pressured. This isn't inconsistency. It's evidence that the power operates through surrender to cosmic timing rather than egoic control. The temporal compression occurs not when Aries demands it, but when universal intelligence determines it necessary. What's particularly fascinating about this Chronos Defiance is its effect on those around Aries. When fully activated, this power creates a temporal field that can temporarily liberate others from their normal relationship with time as well. Notice how groups working with an inspired Aries often accomplish what would normally seem impossible within given time frames. Observe how conversations with Aries can seem to exist in a bubble where minutes expand to contain hours worth of meaningful exchange. This isn't subjective perception. It's actual temporal alteration created by the Aries energy field. This Chronos Defiance also explains the distinctive Aries relationship with deadlines and timing. Unlike signs that achieve through careful temporal management, Aries often produces their greatest work in the compressed space just before deadlines. This isn't procrastination. It's instinctive alignment with the moment of maximum temporal compression, when the boundary between dimensions thins, allowing direct transfer of completed forms from potential to actual existence. The 12th reason, Heartfire Magnetism. Heartfire magnetism represents Aries' mystical ability to attract precisely the experiences, relationships, and opportunities that align with their authentic past through the sheer radiance of their inner flame. This isn't mere charisma or manifestation as commonly understood. It's participation in the cosmic principle of resonant attraction that organizes existence itself. When Aries aligns with their true nature, they don't need to pursue their destiny. Their destiny literally rearranges reality to find them. This power manifests as Aries' remarkable capacity to draw life-changing connections without deliberate networking or strategic positioning. Watch how seemingly random encounters bring exactly the right people into an Aries life at precisely the right moments. Notice how opportunities appear that perfectly match their unique gifts, often without conventional application processes. Observe how resources materialize to support their authentic initiatives, sometimes from entirely unexpected sources. These aren't coincidences. They're direct manifestations of universal intelligence responding to the Aries Heartfire broadcast. What makes this Heartfire magnetism truly extraordinary is its precise selectivity. Unlike general law of attraction principles that might bring mixed results, the Aries magnetism operates with uncanny accuracy, attracting exactly what serves their soul evolution while naturally repelling what doesn't. This explains why Aries lives often unfold through apparently charmed synchronicities that create maximum growth with minimum wasted experience. They're not just attracting randomly, they're drawing exactly what the universal intelligence knows they need at each stage of development. Throughout history, the most remarkable life trajectories have channeled this Aries energy regardless of individual sun signs. When people have found their perfect collaborators through unlikely meetings, when creators have received exactly the support needed at crucial junctures, when leaders have attracted devoted allies who perfectly complement their vision, this is Heartfire magnetism at work. This power ensures that those carrying evolutionary impulses receive the precise resources and relationships needed to manifest them in physical reality. This magnetic attraction operates beyond conscious intention, explaining why Aries often can't deliberately replicate their synchronistic experiences through mental effort alone. An Aries might attempt to force connections or opportunities through strategic action, yet find these efforts yielding minimal results compared to what flows effortlessly when they're simply being authentically themselves. This isn't failure. It's confirmation that the power operates through heart alignment rather than mental control. The magnetic field activates not when Aries tries to create it, but when they surrender to their authentic nature. What's particularly fascinating about this Heartfire magnetism is its relationship to authenticity. The attractive power amplifies in direct proportion to Aries' alignment with their genuine essence and diminishes when they attempt to be something they're not. This creates a built-in guidance system that constantly steers them towards their true path through the immediate feedback of synchronistic flow or its absence. Unlike more mentally oriented signs that might need extensive analysis to determine their correct direction, Aries receives continuous confirmation through the automatic operation of their magnetic field. This Heartfire magnetism also explains the distinctive quality of Aries relationships. The connections that remain in their lives aren't maintained through social obligation or strategic value, but through authentic energetic resonance. This creates bonds of unusual depth and resilience that can withstand significant challenges because they're formed and sustained at a soul level beyond personality preferences or circumstantial compatibility. As we complete our exploration of these final three powers, primordial life force, Chronos defiance, and Heartfire magnetism, we discover how Aries transcends ordinary limitations through direct connection to the cosmic principles that govern existence itself. These aren't simply enhanced human capacities, they're universal functions operating through Aries to ensure that consciousness continues its evolution through sustained creative energy, temporal transcendence, and authentic magnetic alignment. These 12 powers together reveal Aries not merely as a personality type or astrological category, but as a cosmic principle essential to existence itself, the embodiment of creation's original impulse, continuously reborn through human vessels to ensure that evolution never stagnates. In the Aries flame, we glimpse the universe's perpetual beginning, the eternal moment when potential transforms into reality through the sacred fire of becoming. Throughout our cosmic journey, exploring the 12 extraordinary powers that make Aries truly incomparable, we've uncovered the profound truths behind the Zodiac's first sign. Far beyond personality traits or behavioral tendencies, Aries embodies fundamental cosmic principles that drive the very evolution of existence itself. We began with celestial trailblazing, phoenix-like resilience, and warrior's intuition, the foundational powers that connect Aries to creation, transformation, and protection. These gifts explain why Aries consistently pioneers new territories, rebounds from setbacks with supernatural speed, and navigates challenges with uncanny strategic precision. We continued with sacred fire manipulation, magnetic leadership aura, and divine courage channel, the connective powers that enable Aries to inspire and elevate others through their mere presence. These explain why Aries naturally ignites passion in those around them, draws followers to their vision without effort, and instills courage in situations where fear would otherwise halt progress. We explored celestial spontaneity, truth lightning, and quantum competitive edge, the catalytic powers that allow Aries to accelerate evolution through perfectly timed action, clarifying truth, and generative challenge. These explain why Aries creates breakthroughs where methodical approaches fail, cuts through confusion with laser precision, and transforms competition from zero-sum contests into collective advancement. Finally, we illuminated primordial life force, Chronos defiance, and heart fire magnetism, the transcendent powers that connect Aries directly to the cosmic principles governing energy, time, and attraction. These explain why Aries demonstrates seemingly inexhaustible vitality, accomplishes in moments what takes others days, and effortlessly attracts exactly the relationships and opportunities aligned with their authentic path. Together, these 12 powers reveal Aries not merely as a personality type, but as a cosmic function essential to existence itself, the embodiment of creation's original impulse, continuously reborn through human vessels to ensure that evolution never stagnates. In understanding these powers, we gain profound insight not just into Aries individuals, but into the universal principles that drive all creation forward. Whether you are an Aries yourself or have significant Aries individuals in your life, recognizing these 12 powers provides a framework for understanding behaviors and patterns that might otherwise seem mysterious or contradictory. More importantly, this understanding opens pathways for everyone, regardless of their sun sign, to connect more consciously with these cosmic energies that exist within all of us in varying degrees. The Secret of the Zodiac invites you to continue this cosmic exploration with us. Each sign carries its own divine blueprint, its unique constellation of powers that contribute essential functions to our collective evolution. By understanding these deeper astrological truths, we transcend the superficial characteristics often associated with sun signs and access the profound cosmic wisdom encoded in the zodiac itself. If you found value in this revelation of Aries' 12 incomparable powers, please subscribe to Secret of the Zodiac to ensure you receive our upcoming explorations of the divine blueprints behind each zodiac sign. Your subscription supports our continued research into the cosmic principles that shape human consciousness and collective evolution. We also invite you to leave a comment sharing which of these 12 powers resonates most strongly with your experience of Aries energy, whether in yourself or someone significant in your life. Which power helped you understand an Aries behavior that previously seemed puzzling? Which power would you most like to develop in yourself, regardless of your sun sign? Your insights not only contribute to our collective understanding, but help guide our future explorations. If you found this journey particularly illuminating, please consider supporting our work through the Super Thanks feature. Your financial contribution directly enables us to continue producing daily in-depth cosmic revelations, covering production costs and research resources that make these insights possible. Every contribution, regardless of size, literally keeps our celestial lights on and allows us to devote more time to uncovering these profound astrological truths. Finally, please share this video with others who might benefit from a deeper understanding of Aries energy, whether they're seeking to better understand themselves or important relationships in their lives. The more we collectively recognize and honor these cosmic principles operating through us, the more consciously we can participate in our individual and collective evolution. Until our next cosmic exploration, may the eternal flame of Aries inspire your own divine spark to illuminate new beginnings, transform obstacles into opportunities, and magnetize the perfect circumstances for your soul's unique journey. The stars have brought us together for a reason. Let's continue this sacred exploration of cosmic wisdom together.